theorist known as Alfred Adler. He is the father of individual psychology, and his theory is known as the Adlerian theory. The purpose and the basis of this theory is that individuals are in complete control of their lives through creative powers and through self-tendencies. We'll first begin by discussing the background of Alfred Adler. He was born in a village near Vienna, and he had adversities in his childhood which helped persuade him and decide upon his future goals to become a psychologist. Because he wanted to be able to prevent death, he had a near-death experience when he was a child, and that frame of mind was set into him at a very early age. He became the father of individual psychology set aside from Sigmund Freud. His individual psychology is based upon the depth and complexities of human personality, and he believed that people were automatically, when they're born, they were born with weak and inferior bodies, and that they had to grow to become a strong person throughout the years during the developmental stages in life. The weaknesses, they can either break a person or they can make them stronger, just as the fight or flight tendency would be. If a person has a weak and inferior body, then if they strive for their own personal goal, then they'll have the desire to reach their full potential and fulfill our potential ideal selves. That means that we'll just strive to become a greater person, and we'll strive to overcome our adversities and challenges in life. You can have the success or the superiority behind the motivational drive, which is one of the categories of the individual psychology. Psychologically healthy people, they strive toward humanity, holding success. That means that they're not the type of people that will just have their own personal goals in sight. They have the success and the side of the community in their mind as well with what they do. Unhealthy people will strive toward their own personal set of goals. They're not concerned with the community as much. And each individual, whether they are a mentally healthy person or unhealthy person, we all seek to fulfill our final goal. The second stage in the individual psychology is the subjective perceptions. And what that basically entails is that it helps shape our personality and our behavior. We strive to overcome our inferiority by obtaining a sense of success or superiority, not by reality, but rather by what we perceive and our expectations for our future, and our perceptions of reality, of how well we understand our place in life and understand how well we can do in life with what God has given us. We determine our behavior patterns and personality by being constructors rather than inventors. And this means that we overlook our passive factors such as our heredity and environment. We don't let what lifestyle that we're born into hold us back. We take our own goals, and we take with those goals and we strive for success. The third stage is unity and self-consistency. This is basically a person's thoughts, their feelings, and how their actions are headed toward a single goal. And the individuals, they're forced to be defensive, and they're basically what he's saying there is one part is greater than the whole. That means that all our organs work together, the body is a system, and we all strive together. The next one is our social interest. This helps with our developmental as a healthy individual, and this means how an individual feels as our thoughts can relate within the community. Once again, that's how we see ourselves as an individual and how we're working within our community. And that means that we can accept what life throws at us, our adversities, the comforts and discomforts in our life. And we look at ourselves as a whole and not just as just a separate individual. The fifth stage is the self-consistency personality, and that's the flavor of a person's life. Our lifestyle is the product of our environment, heredity, and creative power. And at the age of 4 or 5, our lifestyle should be fairly established by our means. Psychologically healthy people are more apt to express themselves through action. We're more out to prove ourselves through our action rather just words alone. The fifth and final stage of the Adlerian theory is our creative powers. That the individual realizes that we are in control of our own life and we're responsible for our actions and how our reactions affect those within our community. And this helps make a person a free person. We understand where we stand out in life and how well we can do with that. You can have safeguarding tendencies which are created by a person to help protect their self-esteem and pride. That means with our weak and inferior bodies, if we have these safeguarding tendencies and we allow them to control our life, then we're going to remain at a standstill in life and we're not going to strive toward our creative and successful goal in life. So basically, Alfred Adler believed that a person is in control in our life and that we can place these safeguarding tendencies to be risk factors or for motivational success.